Okay, now let's look at, this is problem type number 6, net revenue interest, joint ownership, undivided interest with a different royalty interest. So you should be getting pretty used to these by now. So let's just look at this fact pattern, and it is that Leonard, Penny, Raj, and Sheldon each own an equal undivided interest in 1,280 acres. So this number is going to be important. Each signs a separate lease with Big Bang Drilling, but they all sign different royalty interests. So Leonard's lease contains a 1/4 royalty interest, Penny's contains a 3/16 royalty interest, Raj's contains a 1/8 royalty interest, and Sheldon's contains a 3/16 royalty interest. So the first thing they want you to do is put the different lessors' names. So lessor number 1 is going to be Leonard, and number 2 is going to be Penny, and then Raj, and then finally Sheldon. So then what we're going to do next to calculate the net revenue interest is we're going to take their royalty interest times their mineral interest. Now, if they all own an equal undivided interest and there's 4 of them, we know that they each own a 1/4 interest or a 0.25 mineral interest. So I'm going to just go ahead and fill in this blank here, 0.25. Okay, then the next thing we would do is we would fill out what the royalty interests were for each person. So Leonard's is a 0.25, a 1/4 is a 0.25. Penny's is a 3/16, so a 0.1875. Raj contains a 1/8, so a 0.125. And then Sheldon's also contains a 0.1875. So in order to calculate the net revenue interest, if the ownership is split among 4 different people and they all have different ownership, different royalty interests, what you do is you reduce their royalty interest by their mineral interest. So instead of Leonard getting a 25% royalty, he's going to get, well, let's look at it on a calculator. If we say 0.125, which is his, 0.25, which is his royalty interest, times 0.25 his mineral interest, that means his net revenue interest is going to be 0.0625. So one of the things we could do is we could, calculate this out on calculator, or I can kind of show you how to do it in Excel. So in Excel, I've already got the mineral interest filled out. So you're going to go the royalty interest times the mineral interest, and that's what you're calculating right here. So here I've just given you, what it looks like in Excel. So you would do the equal sign, then you would go B2, and you could literally just move your mouse here and it'll pick it up for you. And then do the asterisk, and then go to C2. So that's what you're calculating, royalty interest times mineral interest. So I'm just going to go ahead and put everybody's royalty interest in. Penny's is a 0.1875. Raj is a 0.125. And Sheldon is a 0.1875. So if we do this calculation for each of them, let's see, I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to go this equal, start always with an equal sign, and then use the arrows to back up to 0.25, which is B2, times C2. And that's going to give you that 0.0625. Now, rather than then, going in and filling in the blanks for each of these remaining cells, I'm just going to hold this down once I get that. Oh, sorry, where'd it go? So once I get this little plus sign here, see I kind of got a fat plus sign, then it goes to a skinny plus sign. Once I get to the skinny, I can just pull that down. And that's going to give me all the same answers as if I had calculated it. So if we go 0.046875, which is what I believe that one was. And then we got Sheldon, his is going to be the same, so 0.046875. So then that just leaves Raj, and let's see if I can find my Excel spreadsheet. So that's going to leave Raj with this 0.03125. So now if you add up 0.25 plus 0.1875 plus 0.125, let's see what that looks like in Excel. All I'm doing here is I'm clicking this sum button. See, it's right here. It looks like a sigma. So if you click on that, that's going to give you what that total is. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, clicking on here, and that will give me this. Oh, it's a 1. That should be, so it's going to be a 0.25 for each person. And then here, I'm going to do the same thing, and that's going to total to this 0.1875. So if you do 0.1875, you do 75 times 0.25, that's going to give you 0.1875, and then this equals to 0.1875. So that's how you kind of check your work. Okay, so now let's move on to problem 7.